All right. Hey, how's it, everybody? It is 5 p.m. West Coast time, 2 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. Looks like we've got Rick in the house after a week-long let's see, what was it, vacation that he was on, and I'm not so sure it was exactly a vacation, because it sounds like he had some work to do, but we'll get into that later. Hey there, Elaine, good to see you. Alrighty, I am Mad Statter, this is Chatter with Statter, and why don't we just get this party started? Excelente. All right, we have got it going on. Now let's make sure I am unmuted in all the right places. I think I might be. Rick pointing out that we have the gear today. Super awesome. Last night, if you hung out during Statterbox at the cinema, you know that we did not have the gear, which kind of bummed me out. But today we got the gear. Broadcasting 720 source, that's me. But if you guys are having some twitchy problems, just use that gear and we will be good to go. Awesome. All right. So, Rick, sounds like you had some situations up at the, let's see, what is it? At the lake cabin up in your north end of north end of your state. And it sounds like from a little birdie told me that the problems with your drainage system weren't as bad as you were thinking they might be. So it sounds like you don't have to replace some things and stuff. And I'm super stoked to hear that, because it sounds like if you had to replace some things and some stuff, it was going to cost a lot of money. So yeehaw for saving some dough. That is right. You know it. All right. So I really don't have much to share today. I've been focusing on other stuffs besides what the stream content would be, right? So this is truly going to be a chatter show about things and stuff that just don't matter. Whatever comes to mind, throw it in the chat. Let's give it a talk about. So, Rick, you spent 2 days digging in the sand and 1 day burying it, but Darlene is fine. There you go. Glad you pointed out that it was Darlene. Darlene is fine. Darlene is not the one who got buried in that there sand. No, it was Darlene actually who told me all about your labors this week, as it were. Plus, she posted some pictures on the Facebooks of your labors, so I got to see that you were working pretty hard there, man. I'm not gonna, much respect to you. Digging in the sand is definitely not a fun vacation. So you were working a little harder than the average vacationer. That is for gosh darn sure. And, speaking of working, Adventures in Dairyland, exactly. And speaking of working at the whatevers, working instead of vacationing, I can only assume that after you dug your dig in, you just kicked back and relaxed with a picture, or in front of this picture perfect scene on your lake. Yeah, that's right. It's your lake. It belongs to all of you, or not all of you. You belong to all of it. No, that's not what I'm trying to say either. What I'm trying to say is the entire lake belongs to you, Rick. I don't care what the deed says. That is your lake. And I'm assuming that this picture was taken from your property. I don't actually know, but I do know that Darlene took it. At least I think Darlene took it, because I stole it off of her Facebook page. That's right, I stole this. I stole this from Darlene, and I didn't even ask her. I was gonna ask her, but she's not here to ask. At least I don't think she's here to ask. So instead, I just thought I'd show it. So there you go. I thought it was very pretty. So that's why you guys get to see it too. All right, Andre is in the house throwing down the 300 biddies. Thank you so much, Andre. Looks like Mariana's here too, saying hi to everybody. And excelente. So I don't know if Picola Tea... Oh, hold on. Let's see what Rick has to say. We just left that place 7 a.m. this morning. Picture right off the front door. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. That is a gorgeous view that you have then. And let's see here. I'm so glad. 7 in the morning, you're on the road. You made it back home. I'm so happy that you are here today to help hang out. We missed you this last week for sure. And yeah, folks were actually wondering where Rick and Darlene were. So I made sure to let everybody know you were okay. And I didn't realize, though, that you were working so hard. I would have told everybody that you were being the manly man, Rick, but I guess I'm telling everybody now, Rick was working hard this week. Alrighty. Now, if you remember this last week, I believe it was actually last Sunday, we talked about blue foods. And Pacola T, who I don't think is here right now, which is very unfortunate, wanted to know why all the pineapple flavors were blue. And I couldn't really find much about that. I went and looked after she asked, and I've been looking for the past week. As it turns, finally, I really couldn't find anything. So finally, I emailed Matsumoto's, because here's the deal. Here is the Matsumoto's Shave Ice menu. And as you can see, all of their syrups on the menu are printed out in different colors, right? Well, the color that it is on the menu is the color of the syrup. So as you can see, Matsumoto's has blue pineapple, and then there's raspberry, which normally would, I guess, be called blue raspberry, but they just call it raspberry. And then there's vanilla, and then I think, what is it, banana or something? All right, I can't see what that light blue is. But anyway, they've got a lot of blue flavors, pineapple being one of them. And I noticed in a lot of other places, a lot of other shave ice places, they had a blue syrup, they called it Blue Hawaii. And the Blue Hawaii flavor was a pineapple coconut sort of mix. So, so clearly the blue syrup also still had that pineapple essence to it. And so since Matsumoto's is kind of, I don't know if they're necessarily like the oldest old school, but they've been around for quite some time. And yeah, eMusic, it's everybody's favorite apparently. And I will be going there when I hit the island. So anyway, I thought, since Matsumoto's is like kind of the gold standard, right? I figured, screw it, I'm just gonna email them, right? So oh, thank you, Elaine. I could not see that. Light blue was Ramoon Japanese soda. Cool. Do you know what flavor that soda is by any chance, Elaine? I'm hoping that you might, since you knew what that word was and what it is. And Cindy Krause, hey, how are you? Right now, we're talking about the phenomenon of blue pineapple. As I mentioned earlier, Pacola T was like, why is pineapple flavored blue? And I had no answer for that. And I went on an internet rabbit hole, and I really, truly could not find any answer or even any proof that the pineapple was commonly blue on shave ice. The only place that I could verify without absolutely going there was the Matsumoto's. They code the color of their syrup on their menu, whereas all the other menus that I could see online for the shave ice places, Ramune is how you say that? Okay, cool. And it's like Sprite. All right, that sounds good, actually. That sounds like yummy. Okay, so, but the only place online that I could, or the only shave ice place online that had their menu online, that is, that had their color-coded syrups was Matsumoto's. So all of the other shave ice places whose menus I looked at, I could not tell whether or not the pineapple was blue colored or not. But I did find a lot of places that, like I said, that had Blue Hawaii. And Blue Hawaii does have a pineapple essence to it. So I decided I was going to email Matsumoto's because I figured, why not? So I emailed them and I asked them, hey, why is your pineapple blue? And they emailed me right away. They're like, that's a really good question. And they emailed me way back and told me. And so, you guys, do you have any guess why blue or pineapple is blue color, at least at Matsumoto's. Because the reason is just like, oh, okay. So I'm curious to see if anybody has any idea about what the reason is for the blue pineapple. And let's see here, Andre, because yellow was lemon. Well, to a degree, except for here. So you've got lemon that's yellow, you've got pina colada that's yellow, you've got lemonade, you've got papaya, you've got lilikoi. All of these are all some shade of yellow. So it's not because of the lemon per se, but you are right to a degree. They wanted to make a rainbow snow cone. And the rainbow snow cone requires lots of colors, and they had too many yellow flavors, so they decided to make one of their flavors a different color. And so they decided to make their pineapple blue so they could make a rainbow shaded shave ice, because they wanted blue and they needed blue. And apparently maybe they hadn't had blue raspberry yet. And so maybe pineapple was the only flavor that was the natural blue. But on a whim, trying to make a rainbow, they decided to make pineapple blue, and it's been blue ever since. Now, I can only hypothesize, and this is definitely not true, although I will be asking some questions when I'm on the island. I can only assume that because Matsumoto's is A, so famous, B, been around so long, etc., that perhaps other shave ice stands just glommed onto that tradition. Pineapple is supposed to be blue. Now, I do notice that, some pineapple syrups are still yellow when you try to order them online, or when you get them at other shave ice stands. But Matsumoto's blue pineapple is blue because they needed to have a blue color. And vanilla at Matsumoto's is a different shade of blue. It might your screen might have different settings on it, Andre, but the vanilla, they've got 5 if you include the sugar-free, but we're not going to. As far as the sugared flavors go, they've got 4 blue flavors, and that would be blue pineapple, raspberry, vanilla, and then I guess the ramune. Now, before I knew what the ramune was, so I didn't really know, I was thinking actually trying to get, when I go to Matsumoto's, getting just like, I don't know what you'd call it. You know, it's like, give me the blues. And I was thinking a blue pineapple, a blue raspberry with vanilla might actually be kind of tasty. But I don't know. It's so hard to say, because I really want to try a lot of those flavors. Like the lilikoi flavor, I would like to try. I don't need to try the papaya flavor because papaya is kind of yucky. You can have my papaya. And Andre, you're right. You can have rainbow, or you can have special yellow shave ice. Yeah, and that was exactly what they were thinking. It's just like, well, we've got too many yellows. And in their rainbow, as you can see on this menu, it's strawberry, lemon, and pineapple. And so you can get the orange and you can get the green once you mix those things. And basically, there you have it. It's just, why is it, why is it blue? Just 'cause, quite literally, just 'cause is really actually the definition there. Just 'cause. And so yeah. Now we know that it's blue just 'cause. Just 'cause. And hold on, wait, you said that coconut's red? All right, I'm going to go back. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go look. Oh, no, coconut, actually, it's a bright pink. It's actually almost the same color as my hair. Which, I mean, why is pineapple blue? Why is coconut pink? I suppose it would be just as good of a question. And I'm willing to bet that their answer would be probably pretty similar. Just cause. And hey, Darlene, I saw you sneak in. I did not say hello, but I am super stoked to see you here today. I will tell you, I already showed off this picture, but I'm going to show it off again. I stole it from you. That's right. I stole this picture from you because I thought that picture was so pretty that I had to, that basically I had to steal it. So I did. And, yeah, well, eMusic, let me tell you, I will be doing more investigation work in real life next week when I hit the islands. Island, I guess. I'm only going to Oahu. So I definitely plan on going to Matsumoto's. But I will be spending I will be going to the North Shore at least once. So obviously I'll be going to Matsumoto's then. But I'm probably going to be spending most of my time in the Waikiki, Honolulu area, and then basically the South Shore. And so if you guys know of any like super good shave ice places, I'm not saying it has to be as good as Matsumoto's, but if you guys know of like a really good one in the Waikiki area, I'd be stoked to know. So definitely like hit me up with an email. That's madstatter@gmail.com, or shoot the recommendation in the chat. We're all good. And Rick, you just went with all the combos to try all the flavors. Well, that sounds like a really good idea. And let's see here. Andre's saying, okay, papaya is yellow because mango is orange. Yeah, see, I would sort of reverse. I mean, they're both kind of orange-ish, but I consider papayas way oranger than most mangoes. But honestly, mangoes and papayas are almost the same color when you cut them up. It's really hard to tell which is which. And the reason why I know this is because I don't really like how papaya tastes, but I really love how mango tastes. So when you've got a fruit bowl full of chopped up tropical fruits, you don't really know what you're biting into until you bite into it. And I've had plenty of bad bites. So let's see here. I missed a whole bunch of chat. So let's see. And so let's see here. Andre's saying, okay, make my shave ice a Mad Statter coconut. Nice. Oh no, Shock, your husband got paint all over his Matsumoto shirt. Well, then actually, I suppose that's okay, because it just looks more retro and legit, right? Like you've lived in it. And Rick, you even had a painted turtle on that same shoreline this week. I think it was trying to start a nest, but turned too cold. Okay, Rick, when you say that you have a painted turtle, do you mean the turtle was painted? Or do you mean there is a variety of turtle that is referred to as the painted turtle, and that's what you're talking about? I've never heard of a painted turtle, other than a turtle that had paint on it. So yeah, what's a painted turtle? And let's see here. Darlene, we also had a lake turtle sunning itself on our hill by the flower bed. Oh, perfect. And let's see here. eMusic says, you know of a really good one. Photo Luke shows it often. Okay. If it's the one I'm thinking of, you're right. He does show it often, but I still don't know what it's called. I guess I could actually just email Photo Luke and hopefully he'd see it. And let's see here. Yeah, Andre, yeah, you and I would be trading mangoes and papayas. Exactly. You can have that papaya. I will have your mango. Everything will be great. And Cindy Krause, they have way different textures. Yes, they do. But it's actually not the texture of the papaya that I don't like. It's sort of like there's a funkiness to the flavor of papaya that hits the back of my throat that's just gross. It's just gross. And okay, so Andre and eMusic and Darlene are all coming in with the reality. There's a variety of turtle called the painted turtle. All right, there you go. And Andre says, funky is the mango, if you ask me. You know, mango does have a funk to it as well. I will give you that. Hey, Vanilla Coke Pepsi. We are talking about, we're talking about shave ice flavors, why pineapple is flavored blue, but now specifically we're talking about mangoes versus papayas, and how when you chop them up and like take them out of their skins and put them in a bowl, the mango and the papaya look an awful lot alike, but they taste way different. I'm a mango person myself. Andre, turns out, apparently is a papaya person. And there you have it. So that's what we are talking about right now. And cool, eMusic, you'll send me the name of the shave ice places in the areas you mentioned. Yes, excelente, fantastic. So let's see here. Oh, Darlene is saying it's red or reddish orange spots on the edge of the shell. Oh, of the turtle. Oh yeah, Vanilla Cookie, we're also talking about turtles. It's just how that works. And yeah, I've seen pictures of those turtles now that I know what turtles you're talking about. And let's see here. Did you know that in Jurassic Park, the raptor sounds were Galapagos turtles having sexual intercourse? That's funny. No, I did not know that. And Vanilla Coke Pepsi, I see that you said turtles/tortoises having sexual intercourse, and I appreciate that you did that because they are different. But I do have to wonder, and boy, do I not know. I'm actually asking this question because people might know. Do they have turtles and tortoises on the Galapagos? I would assume because the Galapagos are a chain of islands that they would have turtles, not tortoises, because, the turtles live in the water. Then again, there is an island, and islands have land, so maybe their turtles aren't turtles. Maybe their turtles are tortoises. So Vanilla Coke Pepsi, yeah, you didn't know. I kind of figured you didn't know, which is why you said that was actually how I interpreted it when you wrote that down. You weren't sure if it was turtle or tortoise. And now it sounds like you looked it up, and it is the tortoise that you're saying. And Andre, yeah, I figured they had sea turtles in the Galapagos. I just figured they might have both. I mean, why not? They've got land and they've got sea, so why not have both? I wasn't really sure. And so it sounds like it sounds like they might have both, because it says Vanilla Coke Pepsi is saying it's the tortoises that made those noises, not the turtles. And let's see here. But not enough fresh water for turtle. Wait, I'm confused. But not enough fresh water for turtles? Well, turtles don't have to have fresh water depending on... Like, sea turtles don't need fresh water? I'm so confused. And Cindy Krause also coming in. Galapagos has tortoise, big ones too. I have a feeling, Cindy, when you're coming in with the tortoise knowledge, I feel as though you're an authority in regards to this topic. So I will definitely take your word for it that there are really big tortoises in the Galapagos, but I still think they might have sea turtles there too, because they're in the sea, but I don't know. And, Andre, you're talking about freshwater turtles. Got it. And Darlene, let's see here. I'm so excited for you to get to your trip to Hawaii. Can't wait to see what I discover and see and do. Yeah, me either. I'm really excited and nervous and scared and happy and excited and nervous and scared to go, because I haven't ever gone to Hawaii by myself, per se. I mean, I've flown to Hawaii by myself, but then I'm meeting friends that I'm staying with and blah, blah, blah. But, this trip is really a case of... I'm going to go there, I'm going to get there, and I'm going to be there all by myself, and I'll meet up with people for sure, but, for the most part, it's just like, I don't know, what are you going to do today, Statter, and it's like, I don't know, try to take over the world, or something like that. So yeah, I'm very excited to see where the trade winds, where the currents blow me and drift me. I'm just going to go with the flow and see what's up. And let's see here. Vanilla Coke Pepsi, you've only ever left your country once, and that was to go to the Dominican Republic. Wow, interesting. I can honestly say I don't really know very many people who've traveled to the Dominican Republic. And let's see here. Cindy Krause says, actually, my friend Karen went to the Galapagos and I saw the pictures. Suckers get big. All right, cool. I'll have to go look at it. I'll have to go look it up. Let's see here. Wait, Andre, maybe sea turtles avoid the place because they get all those giant sea iguanas? What the hell is a sea iguana? I mean, I'm not like arguing with what you just said at all. Mostly because what are you talking about, dude? Have you guys ever heard of sea iguanas? Am I the only one who doesn't know what a sea iguana is? Am I gonna learn stuff today? Sea iguanas? I've never heard of those. So yeah. And Vanilla Coke Pepsi, sea iguana. You Googled it and a new nightmare exists. All right. Well, then I guess the sea turtles might have a gosh darn good reason to avoid the Galapagos now, isn't there? Huh. All right. I might have to, they eat seaweed in the oceans. Well, iguanas are vegetarian, so that does stand to reason. So let's see here. Darlene is talking about how cute Tilly the tortoise is that belongs to Cindy Krause. And Andre, no, I didn't doubt you. It was truly a case of, what are you talking about, dude? It's not that I doubted you. I just didn't know what you were talking about. And let's see here. Cindy is telling Darlene that Tilly is cute, and he has figured out the slider opens and comes to give the stink eye till I bring out fruit. That's cute. That is very cute. Let's see here. Darlene says to Vanilla Coke Pepsi, as a child, I had a little pet turtle called Stashui in Polish. In English, it's Stanley. He was cute. Okay, I don't know if I pronounced the Stashui right, so I'm sorry about that. But, and then Cindy Krause is saying, oh yeah, the iguanas swim in the ocean. Okay. Here we go. Learning strange things every day. Vanilla Coke Pepsi, a snapping turtle once chased me as a child. No wonder you think turtles are evil. Snapping turtles are scary, dude. Like, yeah. No wonder you think that they are evil. That turtles are evil. I don't, luckily, I guess turtles aren't as quick as you, I hope. Turtles are quicker than you'd think, though, actually, when they want to be. But still, hopefully not as quick as you were as a child. Let's see here. Vanilla Coke Pepsi, you remembered its evil stare and bloodlust for 8-year-old you. Yeah, no, those snapping turtles are grumpy old men, or grumpy old ladies, whichever they are that. Yeah, they don't have any patience for a child like you, or a child like me, or a thumb like me, or an anything. So let's see here. Andre is saying the sea iguanas have to get rid of the salt after being in the ocean for a bit and snort the excess salt out of their noses. Okay. Wow. Weird. And let's see here. Snapping turtles are different. They can move pretty fast when they want to. Exactly. Some turtles have a little bit of, have a skip in their step. They definitely a spring in their step, as it were. They're a little quicker than you think. Let's see here. eMusic says when your turtle was young, he could outrun a roach and you. Oh wow. Vanilla Coke Pepsi says that the name of the turtle was Shelly and you hate anyone with that name. That makes sense. But are you now telling me that snapping turtle was someone's pet and they named it? Because that's kind of insane. Like, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but you shouldn't have a snapping turtle as a pet. That's all I'm saying. And Cindy, yeah, tortoises are smart. Tilly has favorite people. Not really surprised, and I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that some of the favorite people of Tilly are people who bring strawberries to Tilly. Because I'll bet you, because I think, if I remember correctly, Tilly is a big fan of strawberries. So, pro tip, if you ever go visit Cindy Krause, you better not have your toenails painted red, because Tilly will think they're strawberries. And you don't want Tilly to think that your toes are strawberries. Because from what I understand, Tilly gets very annoyed when Tilly finds out that those aren't strawberries. And then Tilly might not like you because you gave him fake strawberries. And that's not cool. So, let's see here. Oh, okay, Vanilla Cookie. It was a field trip for school, and a lady was showing it off for all of us. This thing was a mini Godzilla creature, and she let it down, and it started chasing me. Gotcha. E-music, that is so cute. Your Toodle used to wave, and he could give a high five. Oh my God, that is so cute. And, yeah, Darlene and I are on the same page. Tilly's smart. It's the people who bring her favorite foods that she likes. That is exactly it. You got it. All right, so let's see. I don't know if I'm all set up here for this, but I'm going to see if I can do things and stuff. And okay, I think I might be able to. So, all right. I'm trying to sort of get things set up here. And let's see here. Vanilla Coke Pepsi. Mini turtles are all right. They don't do much, but the snapping turtles are demonic. Yeah, I disagree with you on a lot of animal stuff, but I have to say I totally agree with you on this particular point. Yeah, it was an alligator snapping turtle. Okay, we don't have snapping turtles in my neck of the woods, so I'm totally clueless about this kind of thing. But I kind of thought that snapping turtles and alligator snapping turtles were the same thing. But I'm starting to think that maybe snapping turtles have a subtype that's the alligator type. If anybody knows anything about my confusion, help clear that up. And if the tortoise or the turtle has spikes on it, yeah, that's a warning sign. That is a warning sign. And let's see here. Andre says, we now know what we need to integrate you. We have ways of making you talk. Come here to Shelly, Vanilla. Shelly wants to say hello to you. And, let's see here. Vanilla Coke Pepsi. Google a picture of one. These things look like a Power Ranger villain. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to write this down. I just wrote down Power Ranger villain. That's not what I wanted to write down. Snapping turtle. Alligator. Type. There we go. Perfect. And Darlene. Okay, there is a difference between the two. Different varieties. Okay. I guess snapping turtles, to me, just seem scary enough in and of themselves that it's like they might as well all be alligator snapping turtles, because why add the scary name of alligator to an already scary thing of the snapping turtle? And Andre, you had an alligator snapping turtle in the aquarium in SF? Yeah. No. I mean, I believe that it was there, but no. No. Vanilla Coke Pepsi, you're surprised the man could even lift it. Yeah, they get really big. And, yeah, I can only assume, I mean, yeah. You gotta come at it, from the right angle so it can't snap at you. Let's see here. And Rick coming in. We have alligator snapping turtles in the lakes around our cabin area. I haven't seen one for a number of years, but they are there. Oh, that sounds so scary. Okay, so people who are familiar with snapping turtles, if you're swimming in a lake and you come across one, will it like go after you, or like will it only snap at you if you disturb it? Like how? I know that they're dangerous in the sense that their snapping can literally like break a bone, but like, I guess what I'm asking is how aggressive are they? I guess is really what I'm asking, is how aggressive are they? And let's see here. And Darlene's saying you have snapping turtles up north. They can get huge. The other turtles stay away from the snappers too. Oh, let's see here. Andre, Vanilla, you guys are so funny. Let's see here. So Rick, bump something swimming, I'd say get out of the water. Fair enough. Honestly, we don't have things that bite you in the water here in the Pacific Northwest. But even still, if something bumps you, you better believe I'm getting out of the water. And I say that from actual experience. Swimming in the Columbia River, second largest river on this continent next to the Mississippi River. Yeah, it's a big body of water. And something pushed against my leg. And when I say pushed against my leg, I mean like 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of seconds worth of pushing me and moving me through the water. And then I said, okay, I'm getting back on the boat now. I think it was a sturgeon that did that to me, and I didn't like it. But sturgeons are totally, like, not dangerous, but it doesn't matter because anything that can touch you in the water for 2 to 4 seconds, and when I say 2 to 4 seconds, I don't mean 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I mean 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and that's a long time to be touched when you're in the water. Long time to be touched when you're in the water. So yeah, always good advice, Rick. Something bumps you in the water, you get out of the water. And Vanilla Coke Pepsi, this is why the Great Lakes are the best. No demon turtles. Well, I'm not so sure because Darlene is on the Great Lakes as well, dude. And she just said that the snapper turtles are all up there. So I think you're living in a state of denial. And, state of denial is, what is it? Ignorance is bliss. So there you go. But I think you're living in a state of denial. It sounds like the Great Lakes might have demon turtles. And, so let's see. Darlene is confirming snappers can take a finger or a toe off. I didn't even think about the toes. They are for the most part, won't bother you, but snappers are more aggressive. Okay. And Darlene, you get scared with some of the big fish you've seen hauled out of some of those lakes. Oh, heck yeah, dude. And let me tell you, even like tiny sturgeons are huge sturgeons, and sturgeons that, live their full life get to be super huge. And sturgeons are actually in the Great Lakes. I know this because there's a brand new sturgeon run that's happening in Minnesota now. And I was reading all about it, and I was even going to do a little bit of a show about it, but I didn't get any of the info, so you're just going to have to take my word for it. Sturgeons are repopulating the Great Lakes, and there's even a river in Minnesota that for the first time in over 100 years is seeing sturgeons spawning in it. So I think that's super awesome. That are... I think that, 100 years of a watershed that isn't being productive, and then suddenly, or not suddenly, there was a lot of work that went into it, but finally they're bringing it back to health. That's just super, super amazing to me. And let's see here, muskies, northern pikes. Yeah, the pikes, I saw a picture of some pikes that people had caught, and yeah, they are kind of scary looking, actually. I don't remember what muskies look like at all, but to tell you the truth, most fish, like when you look at their teeth, I mean, even salmon, sometimes you look at them and it's like, oh, that's kind of a scary fish. I'm glad that they're not trying to bite me because they look like they could bite me. So, I forget that, like, I know this is really silly and dumb, but I forget that fish have teeth. I forget that fish have teeth. There you have it. And Andre, you're never swimming in the Amazon. Thank you. That's funny you should say that. I had a friend who had he had some extra money. He decided to go on a trip down the Amazon, and so he did a boat trip down the Amazon. And on one end of the boat, they were fishing, and like they were just putting the line in, getting a fish, putting the line in. I mean, just like boom, boom. The fish were there. The fish were biting. The fish were all around. He, in the meantime, on the other end of the boat, is just swimming alongside the boat because he's an idiot. And he's swimming, and finally, he gets on the boat, and it's just like, okay, they're like, okay, it's time for, lunch or whatever. And as it turns out, all of those fish that they were catching were piranha. So, he was just swimming in the middle of a river of piranha, and the piranha were there, and they were hungry, and they were biting, clearly. But yeah, he talk about ignorance is bliss. He had no clue. He was hoping to see the pink dolphins, I think, is what he was hoping. I don't think he saw the dolphins, though. So, Rick, you're saying that pike, muskie sort of look like barracuda, only smaller. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is pretty scary then. Barracudas are scary. Yeah. And, Vanilla Coke Pepsi, with these gas prices, you just better sell your car for gas money. It's funny. That's funny there. Darlene, what? Not me. Never will go into a river like that. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Darlene. I mean, frankly, just the idea of taking a boat trip down the Amazon kind of scares me. So, like, jumping into it, not even. But he had a really great time. He was super stoked. He had, he didn't get bit, so whatever. I think the locals on the boat were probably talking about how nuts he was, but the locals up here when he came back home also were talking about how nuts he is. So, and anacondas are in the Amazon. Yeah, they are, but they weren't catching anacondas off the other side of the boat. Vanilla Cook Pepsi, you are young and ignorant, which is why you're perfect for becoming part of the, there's a reason why boys like you get sent off to war. You go do that thing. And now if our enemy has Shelly the turtle, that would be your perfect kryptonite. We know how to keep the Canadians at bay. Just bring out Shelly. Come on, bring out Shelly, the snapping turtle. Yep, bring out Shelly the snapping turtle. It'll keep our line solid. Vanilla Coke Pepsi, you're never going to the military. Let's see here. Rick, you think that there's anacondas in the Everglades? Really? Now that's interesting. I know that the Everglades have huge problems with pythons as a non-native invasive, that's what I'm looking for, invasive species. People dumping their pets, right? Into the woods. But I've never heard of anybody who has an anaconda as a pet. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I don't know of anybody. I've never heard of it. And so do you think that the anacondas, if they're in the Everglades, did they get there naturally? Or how do you think they got there? I guess is what I'm asking. And let's see here. Vanilla Coke Pepsi, you have a pet snake, and he is nice. Awesome. What kind of snake do you have? Okay, so Rick, yep, released pets. Really, people have had anacondas as pets. That's just insane. And I say this as someone who had a boa constrictor that was like 8.5 feet long and wanted to eat my cats. Like, I understand having a big snake in your house. I get that. But an anaconda? Really? Wow. Oh, Vanilla Cookies, you've got a ball python. Oh, they're my favorite. They're so cute and little, and sometimes they're just so sociable. Do you take your little ball python out and pet him and carry him around and keep him warm and show him off to your friends? Because that's what I would do if I had a ball python. And let's see here. Darlene, there's a nature show you recently saw about a python in the Everglades, but you're not sure on anaconda. Yeah, the pythons are hugely invasive and problematic in Florida. That much I know. But like I said, the anaconda, I did not realize that. I didn't realize people kept them as pets. I mean, I suppose the moment I realized people kept them as pets, then oh, wow. So I'm just reading what Rick just said. But if I had realized that they had them as pets, then obviously, of course, they're going to be in the Florida Everglades because people are stupid and that's what they do. They dump their pets in the Everglades. And Vanilla Coke Pepsi, I'm not going to continue that song, but that is a Sir Mix-a-Lot song that I have been known to do at karaoke. Because, Sir Mix-a-Lot, he's a local Seattle dude, and you got to rep the Seattle sometimes when you're doing karaoke. Rick, though, coming in with knowledge, says, April 3rd, 2022, are there anacondas in the Florida Everglades? Although not native to Florida, both green and yellow anacondas have found their way into the Everglades. Okay, well, that still doesn't say whether or not they were introduced or if they found their way there naturally. Now, I'm guessing they didn't, because if you look at a globe, how could they? But, I mean, they are water snakes. I don't know. I'm just very curious. And Vanilla Calypso, you put him on your neck and he acts like a little scarf. Perfect. And you want to be a Floridian so bad? Well, one day you can. Your dreams can come true, Vanilla Coke Pepsi. Your dreams really can come true. I'm assuming that Florida won't be sunk underwater by the time you're 18. Now, granted, I don't know how old you are right now, but I'm assuming that 18 is not that many years away. And in not that many years, Florida probably will still be above water. Now, granted, Florida is sinking for the most part. Not really sinking, but the water... The thing that sucks about Florida is the kind of land that they've got underneath that they're built on is very porous. So even though ocean levels, sea levels might be rising, that is true. They're getting higher, but they're also coming up. The water is also coming up from the bottom. So like even if Florida built a seawall around its entire state, which wouldn't and couldn't happen, but let's just say it did, it wouldn't matter. They would essentially just be then blocking the water that's coming up from underneath and creating a little Florida swimming pool. Florida's got some water issues right now, and literally the land is being overtaken both above ground and underground by waters. Yeah, both fresh and salt. It's a bit of a problem. And let's see here. So Rick is saying August 5th, 2021. The owner's mother... All right, so we've got confirmation that I'm frustrated, and Rick also confirmed. August 5th, 2021. The owner's mother reported the most recent escape of her son's anaconda, according to a Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission incident report. That makes me say boo hiss. Pacola Tea, you're here. Karaoke. Yeah, exactly. When you want to eat and sing at the same time. Exactly. So, I don't know, were you here earlier? I have the answer to I sort of have the answer to your blue pineapple question. You want to know the answer, sort of, to your blue pineapple question? I have the answer. And so I'll wait to hear if Pacola T wants to hear about it. Because you guys, most of you have probably already heard, so we'll be talking about it again. But that's okay. Shave ice is a great topic to talk about again. And Darlene then says, there was a while back, a kid with a grandpa fishing in a parked pond, caught a piranha, and they turned it into the zoo. They stated that, like you, Molly, dumb people who aren't good keepers of the earth and animal. Yeah, exactly. And honestly, seriously, you guys, I mean, obviously not you guys, but, you know, the general you guys, like, why would you put a piranha in a city park pond? Really? Really? What about that sounds like a good idea? I mean, I can sort of... Now, this is a bad idea, and I'm not advocating it, but I can see why someone's like, oh, it's just a goldfish. I'll put it in the pond. By the way, don't do that. That's bad. But I can see it's just a goldfish, right? It's harmless, right? It's not, but it's harmless. But a piranha, under what worldview do you live where a piranha is considered harmless? I thought piranha was synonymous with scary fish. Piranha and barracuda are like what you talk about when you talk about scary fish. Now, granted, you also talk about sharks, but sharks are sharks and not fish. I mean, they're fish, but they're sharks, if you know what I mean. What? So there, that's it. Okay, Picola T, what's the answer to the blue pineapple? All right, you guys, we're gonna we're gonna rewind and we're gonna rehash this conversation, but we're gonna do it again. So, here we go. Picola T, this is the Matsumoto's Shave Ice menu, and they have color-coded all of their flavors with the syrup color that they have for the store. For that store. I'm assuming that different Shave Ice places have different color codes for different things, but Matsumoto's is where I'm coming from on this. And as you can see, their pineapple is blue. Now, I couldn't figure out or find out why blue is pineapple. I know that some places have a blue Hawaii. Let me start over. I know that some Shave Ice places on the island have a blue Hawaii flavor of syrup that is blue, and it's a kind of a pineapple coconut blend. So it's got the pineapple flavor, but the blue pineapple itself, Matsumoto's, I emailed them because I couldn't find any history, any reason, any whatever. So I actually just emailed Matsumoto's and asked them, hey, why is your pineapple blue? And they emailed me back and they said, we wanted to make a rainbow, but we had too many yellow flavors. So we had to find a good flavor to make blue. And so they chose pineapple, and it's been blue pineapple ever since. And as you can see, their rainbow combo is strawberry, lemon, and pineapple. And with the red, yellow, and blue, they're able to make the orange and the green and the everything. And so there you go. They literally just decided they needed to make a rainbow, and they needed some blue. And that is why pineapple is blue. Pretty much just because. There you go. Just because they wanted a rainbow. That's why. That's the best I could have, best I could find out. Now, once I get to Oahu next week, I will be doing further investigations on this topic, and I will have much more to report. But for right now, that's all I got. And so it looks like while I was going off on blue pineapple, we have ZBoy115 coming in saying, hello. Hey there, ZBoy115. How's it? You are now part of the Statterbox crew. I am Mad Statter. This is Chatter with Statter. And right now we are talking about stuff that doesn't matter. We're talking about pineapple flavoring that's blue. We're talking about snapping turtles. We're talking about anacondas. We're talking about piranhas. And believe it or not, it actually all made sense when it happened. So there you have it. Yeah. And let's see what we've got here. Vanilla Coke Pepsi is saying, all right, hold on. Canada, the most dangerous animals are the moose. Yeah, we call them meese if it's plural. But if you accidentally hit these 7 feet tall creatures with a car, you're dead, and these things will just walk on. They run extremely fast and can fold you like a chair. Holy flirking snit, my friend. You don't need to tell me once, let alone twice. I have told this story before, and I'm going to keep telling it because it's a story. I'm up in the mountains of Idaho. It's like June, late June, early July. Luckily, late enough in the season that the bears have been fed and things like that. But anyway, coming down off the mountain at sunset, come around a hairpin curve, and boom, there's a black bear in the middle of the road, tiny little road, eating the huckleberries and just, filling his belly. And and he got scared, luckily, and so he left. And Idaho, by the way, Vanilla Poughkeepsie is actually a state. I was in the mountains in the northern part of Idaho. Idaho is a state. And so anyway, the bear's there, and I'm like, I stop, and then he realizes that somebody's coming around the corner, so he runs away. So then we go a couple more hairpin turns down the mountain, and I've got a friend on the back of my ATV, by the way. So we go a couple turns around the back of down the mountain, and lo and behold, I see a baby moose, a moose calf. I see the calf. And I know that if there's a calf, there's a mom. So I look a little further ahead on the road, and there's the mom. And so I kick that ATV into reverse, because there's no way in hell I am going forward. And my friend on the back is like, what, we're going back to the bear? And I was like, yeah, the bear is way less of a big deal than what we've got in front of us. Luckily, the mom, everything worked out fine. But by the time I got down off the mountain and we were telling the locals about the situation, every single one of my friend was clueless. Like, he's not a mountain man. And he thought the bear was the scary one. Everybody was just like pointing and laughing at him like, oh, son, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. The bear was nothing. That moose could have killed you 14 times over and, just by walking over ya. And, yeah. So let's see here. Okay, so Opa-Cola tea. So back to the shave ice. You thought that's what you thought? It was just to make pretty rainbow shave ice? Your instinct was correct. That is exactly true. And let's see here. eMusic says, as far as I know, most shave ice places use the same color code among themselves. Well, I kind of thought that they might, but I saw a lot of pineapple syrup for shave ice that is yellow colored. So I can only assume some places must use yellow for pineapple, but that's the kind of research that's going to take in-person investigation, and I am the one for that. I'm going to take on this mystery, and I'm going to solve it if it means I have to eat at every shave ice place on the island. I swear. Yeah. So Darlene, run fast. If a calf, go fast. Mom will get you. Yeah. No, luckily what we ended up doing with the cow and the calf, was I just stopped, and they, the sound of the ATV spurred them to go further down the trail. As it turned out, where we were on the trail, there wasn't a whole lot of side trails. So we actually ended up following them almost entirely down the side of the mountain. But basically I would just sit there with the ATV running so they could keep hearing it, but it was stopped. And I would let them go for 5 minutes, and then I'd go down, and then when I caught up with them again, I would stop and just, slowly but surely we made our way down the mountain. But yeah, it was I was just glad that the mom was more interested in getting out of our way than she was trying to stand her ground. Because if she was going to try to stand her ground, we would have had no chance. No chance. And let's see here. Rick, there's probably only 30 or 40 shave ice places to check, as he points and laughs. Well, I might have a brain freeze by the time I leave, but whatever. So, and let's see here. eMusic, let me know if I need help with that shaved ice experiment. Exactly. Yes. And let's see here. Cindy Krauts, I could go between yellow dumpsters and shave ice places. Fun trip. Okay, so I don't plan on visiting a lot of yellow dumpsters. I do plan on going to the one. The one on Gulick Avenue. But I do actually have a whole day planned out with the whole Gulick Avenue, and then some restaurants, and then I think the Bishop Museum's not that far. I actually have a whole day planned around the flippin' dumpster on Gulick Avenue. Because I can do what I want on this vacation, right? Right. And yes, I think they do have t-shirts there, Shock. So if you need me to get you one, or get your husband one, I can probably do that. And let's see here. Pacola T. Oh, Pacola T, you're so right. I need to carry a fillable spreadsheet on my shave ice research trip. That is a really good point. I should, oh God, why'd you say that? Okay, so Rick says 3 a day for 10 days. I can do it. I'm not going to be there for 10 days, but yeah, I see what you're going for there. So there you have it. Yeah. And, Andre, you want the Mad Satter Gulick Avenue guided tour? Oh, there's no, I don't have any kind of, guided tour for Gulick other than what Andy Bumatai has with, on his video. But Thomas the Turtle, actually, his family has quite a history along a street that's like not that far from Gulick. And so I was hoping to hook up with Thomas the Turtle, and I was hoping that he could give me a guided tour because his family used to own property very near. His family used to own property near there, and so I'm very curious about that. And so let's see here. Yeah, Shock. Google Sheets is exactly what I was thinking I might have to do. That is exactly what I might have to do. And so to go back to what Vanilla Coke Pepsi was asking, like, what is shave ice? It does look like a snow cone. That is true. But snow cones are a little bit different. It's all a texture thing, right? Snow cones are usually crunchier ice. They're like bigger chunks of ice. Whereas shave ice is actually almost like a snowball. Like they literally shave ice. And so, yeah, pardon me for insulting your intelligence with that. They literally shave the ice on shave ice, man. But it's like, it's very, it's thin. It's powdery ice, basically, is what it is. And so it absorbs the sauces better. It's a very different experience. It's a very different experience than a snow cone. It's the same concept, but it's totally different. I mean, totally different. So, and I'm sure some places on the continental United States and maybe even in Canada might have Hawaiian style shave ice. I've never run across any place, even though they advertise shave ice, it's like, it's not really. And even on the islands, the method of shaving the ice is different from stand to stand, which is one of the reasons why, I think Matsumoto's is considered so good, is because the texture of their ice, is the best. And so, as E Music said, it's a large block of ice that actually gets shaved. And it's not, so it's not like it's crushed ice. It's not like it's literally shaved. Yes, I am a master of the obvious. And Picola Tea, don't forget. Oh, the Leahy Hut. That was the other bakery I was trying to think of the other day. The Leahy Ha. There we go. I can't write it. Bakery, Cocoa Puffs. All right, cool. I unfortunately, because I watch Amanda and Felix Eats, because I watch Photo Luke, because of all of you guys, I have more places to eat than I have days, than I have meals to eat while I'm there. So I honestly just don't know what I'm gonna do. I honestly kind of feel like what I might do, and I know this is probably like, I know that the locals are like, don't do that. But honestly, I kind of feel like I might just like go buy a meal here and only eat part of it, and then give the rest of it to like a homeless dude, and then like go get some thing here and only eat part of it and give the rest of it to a homeless dude or homeless chick or whatever. Because seriously, like, there's so many things I want to try, and I only have so much room in my belly. is what it boils down to. So it's like, I want to try them all, but then I'm going to have all this leftover food. So it's just like, here, you take this. Here, you take this. And I know, the locals are like, no, don't feed them. But you know what? It was all about feeding me, and then I had leftovers. Let's see here. And Rick is asking, so if I live stream, am I thinking in the AM Hawaii time or afternoons Hawaii Standard Time, just so we might catch you? You know, Rick, I am not a morning person. So I have no doubt that there might be a stream that I attempt in the morning, but let's just get real. It's going to be afternoon Hawaii Standard Time. As much as I might be like, yeah, I'm going to be up at 9 a.m. to stream every morning. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I mean, I might be up at 9, but not to stream. So I'm thinking it'll probably be afternoons. And as I've mentioned before, it will not be Wednesday and Sunday. There will be no Statterbox at the cinema this coming Saturday. There probably won't be Statterbox at the cinema the next Saturday as well, because it'll be right after my trip. And I'm going to be putting my life back together, so to speak. We might have a Statterbox at the cinema on that Saturday. We're going to play it by ear. But next Saturday, no. And then next week, when I am on the island, we will have random, shorter live streams. When? I don't know. Where will I be? I don't know. What will I be doing? I don't know. So that's the plan. And I hope you guys can join me. But since it's going to be so random and so happenstance, if you can't join, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I get it. And, okay, so Rick, what? No live sunrise? Rick, you know what, Rick? I can't promise that, but if it is a live sunrise, it's from me being up the night before and not having gone to sleep yet. That's probably how that's going to work. Although, actually, you know what? That's not true. I'm supposed to meet Option one morning at dark 30. We're going to go out on the water before the sun rises, or right around when the sun rises. So actually, you know what? I might be able to. Well, I'm not promising anything. We'll see. We will see. And Darlene, Darlene knows what's up. Don't count on it. Sunset's more likely. You better believe it. You bet. If I run it in reverse, it'll be a sunrise. But yeah, Darlene knows me. I mean, we've never really met, but Darlene knows me. She knows me. So let's see here. I want to see what I missed here, because it looks like I've got some stuff and things. And okay. So Elaine is saying, try Uncle Clay's at Ala Moana Shopping Center. He has homemade style syrups, unique, not found elsewhere. That's good to know, because I have, I noticed that some places do make their own syrups in-house, and those are the kind of places that I really want to try. Because I can only, shave ice is shave ice. It's like, it's the syrups that's going to sort of, let me rephrase that. Shave ice, there's two factors, right? It's whether or not the ice has been shaved well, and then the syrups, like how good are the syrups? And homemade syrups sound way better to me than the stuff that I've seen advertised online. And trust me, I've seen tons of things advertised online for the shave ice syrups, because as I'm sure you know, if you do a Google search for why is shave ice pineapple blue, suddenly Google's like, oh, you want to buy industrial gallons of shave ice flavors? We've got them here. Here's an ad for you. Oh, you want a tiny bottle of shave ice flavors? We've got more of that for you too. So I've seen plenty of shave ice flavors that are for sale, that are pre-made in the industry. Trust me, I've seen plenty. So I want the house-made ones. Yes, sirree. And let's see here. Darlene, save for trip number 2 or wait till you can eventually live there. Well, I am looking at condos when I'm going to be there, so you know. Oh, good. Picola Tea, you're a local. That's an acceptable food sampling pan. Sharing is caring. Exactly. Okay, and so eMusic is saying to to Elaine that Uncle Clay closed his Ala Moana store, but they still got the original at Aina Ha'ina. I'm so glad I know you guys. I'm getting all of the good stuffs. Let's see here. And then, so Cindy, time warp. I will be up early Hawaii time. Yeah, I hope that that's what's happening. But gosh darn it, dude, I love to sleep. I mean, I love to sleep. So, you have to understand the power of the sleep is just, the power of the sleep shall overwhelm you, or that's me, or whatever. The power of the sleep will compel you. That whatever I'm trying to say there. In fact, today I didn't get out of bed until way later than I'm going to admit. We're not going to talk about it. But part of the reason why I stayed in bed for so long was because my window was open and the breeze was coming in and everything was like the perfect temperature, you know? And like, have you ever been in bed where you're just like, just awake enough that you can appreciate how comfortable you are, but you're just asleep enough that you like can be so comfortable? I was in that state for quite some time, and it was just the best. And Cindy Krause is saying, try lilikoi. Of course, passion fruit is, for those who don't know, lilikoi is basically passion fruit, and you better believe I'm going to be trying the passion fruit. Passion fruit's my favorite flavor. Yes, sirree. And E-Music, oh, you mean Uncle Clay actually works there at the place? Holy crumb, dude. I will definitely see if I can, meet Uncle Clay then. And, so let's see here. Andre, yeah, I'll be on the beach sleeping while the sun is rising so I can just have the gimbal out doing the sunrise, and then you'll be like, everyone who's watching it's like, well, I saw the waves crashing on the beach, but I couldn't hear anything. All I could hear was like some hobo snoring in the background. And that hobo, of course, would be me. Let's see here. Oh, okay. So Uncle Clay graduated from Kalani High School in 1967, ahead of you. He's very nice. Lots of aloha. Oh, fantastic. Excelente. Excelente. I'm gonna have to see if I can schmooze with Uncle Clay. Andre, oh no, Mad Statter getting covered by the waves. Man, can that girl sleep? Yeah, yeah, actually. But hopefully that won't happen because I don't have a GoPro and my cell phone is water resistant but not waterproof. So, especially when it comes to salt water. So, if I'm getting covered with waves, my technology is getting ruined. And so hopefully I'll wake up before that happens. There we go. And shock, I should get one hobo sign tattoo. No, maybe. Kind of like that idea, actually. But I was thinking about getting a tattoo. It's been a very, very, very long time since I've gotten a tattoo. And I figure I would like to get a plumeria, something with plumeria. I just don't know where. But actually getting a tattoo is on the maybe we'll do this agenda. I've already been looking at some artists. I already know the shop I want to go to. So okay, maybe it's a little bit more than maybe. But yeah, I have been looking at artists, and there's a couple of them that I am thinking of contacting probably tomorrow to see if they have any availability. And if they don't, then obviously I won't get it done. But yeah, I might. And Darlene, plumeria on my butt cheek. You know, I don't have any on my bum, and actually that's kind of probably one of the least painful places to get a tattoo. So there is something to be said for that idea. I can say honestly that that's not off the table. Oh, Andre, thank you so much for those biddies. Let's see, 700 I think is what I'm counting. Thank you so much for the 700 biddies. And let's see here. Andre's saying your ex-girlfriend had a spiritual moment with Madame Pele and got her first and only tattoo with the name that Madame Pele gave her. Oh, there you go. Nice. Yeah, who knows what magic will happen when I'm on the islands. I will be open to most of it, unless it's bad magic, in which case I hopefully won't be open to it. I will not be taking any black rocks, not at all. And let's see here. What else should I not do? Well, if the Brady Bunch taught me anything, I better not take a little negative black tiki, because the tiki was haunted, I think, wasn't it? Wasn't it a tiki in the Brady Bunch? It wasn't a black rock. It was a little tiki thing, right? I won't be taking the Brady Bunch tiki. I will not. Bad things happened. Greg almost drowned, I think. It's been a while since I've seen that. Speaking of that, was Andy Bumatai in the Brady Bunch episode where they were in Hawaii? Because I feel like he might have been. But I do make those things up. A lot. So, I don't know. Okay, so Andre, remember, if you eat Ohio berries, give some to Madame Pele if you were on the Big Island. I don't know what Ohio berries are, and I'm not on the Big Island. I'm only going to be on Oahu, which I realize, lots of folks don't necessarily look at it as the Hawaii-ist destination as can be, but I haven't been to Oahu for like 40 years. And so it's the one island that I definitely need to go back to. I've been to Hawaii Island, I've been to Maui, I've been to Kauai, have not been to Molokai, have been obviously to Oahu, but Oahu is the one, it's the one that it's been the longest, and I definitely needed to go back. And so, it's Ohio. Boy, I can hear it in my brain the way it's supposed to sound, but my brain doesn't work well. So, let's see here. Darlene says, yeah, when Rick and I were there, we didn't tempt fate with black sand, stones, and other taboos. Yeah, now, I mean, I will admit this. I did go to a black sand beach on Hawaii Island, and it's within the possibility that I brought some black sand home, but that's only because sand gets everywhere. It wasn't like on purpose. So, let's see here. Yes, Shock, thank you so much for throwing down that shout out for Andy Bumatai. Speaking of shout outs and speaking of Shock, she has gone and created some shout out things that my little Streamlabs can do now, and that makes me very happy because I didn't know how to set those up. And so I have to thank Shock for doing the shout-outs for Lono, for Andy Bumatai, probably most likely for Photo Luke, and all sorts of people, so there we go. So it's Ohia berries. Is that what I'm supposed to say, Pacola T? That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, exactly, Darlene. It's like, it wasn't intentional, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did bring some black sand home, but I'd like to think that there's some wiggle room with that. That's right. And we got a shout out for Terry in Scotland. Yes, sirree. So let's see here. What else we got here? E.T. Aloha. Oh my goodness, Elaine. No taking volcano black rocks, especially from a heiau. No way would I do that. Are you kidding me? In fact, actually, to tell you the truth, every place that I have been where, be it a heiau, be it the city of refuge, wherever, like, I don't care if it's a wall, I don't care if it's a platform, I don't care if it's an altar. Like, the moment black stones are used to create something, like, that is I don't even... My howly hands shouldn't even touch those stones, let alone remove them or handle them or take them anywhere. I mean, it's like, nope, that's not even for me to feel with my fingertips. So, Yeah, definitely. Don't take the black rocks, but if they're part of a structure, especially an altar like a heiau, do not. Don't even touch them. Just don't even touch them. And Andre, thank you so much for throwing down some gift subs for everybody's. And let's see here. Andre, heiaus give you a feeling. Some are good, some are not so good feeling. Yeah, I've only been to one heiau that gave me a feeling, and it was overwhelming and uncomfortable. It was a heiau up on Kauai, and it's the main place for Laka, the goddess who basically introduced the Hawaiian, or the hula dance to the Hawaiian people. And it is her heiau up there on Kauai. And holy crumb, dude, that energy was in flippin' insane. I mean, it almost made me nauseous. It was so strong. And I've seen some YouTube video clips of this area that have captured drumming sounds coming from the heiau, even though there's nobody there. It's really like it's that heiau is one of the most powerful spots. No, as in my experience, it is the most powerful spot on the earth that I've ever been to. I'm not saying that there aren't other spots that are just as powerful, but holy flirking snit, that was it was an experience I've never had then or since. The energy that was emanating from that area. And let's see here. Pakoliti, lovely howly hands. Oh wait, wrong lyrics. Yeah, exactly. Lovely howly hands. Don't touch the black rock. No. It's a kapu. Yeah. Definitely no no touching of that. And E-Music used to love hanging out at that heiau. Okay, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a lovely place. I mean, it really, like, it is, well, first off, it's a platform that is very clearly made for hula dancing. It's quite lovely. It's a rectangular, flat, grassy, up on rocks, etc. I mean, and it just overlooks this beautiful beach. I mean, it really, like, it's a perfect place for a picnic. It's really not a perfect place for a picnic, but it's a perfect place for a picnic. It seems like it, right? Oh, it's just amazing. And so I'm not at all surprised that you might have enjoyed hanging out there, because yeah, it's right off it's right off of a trail. It's somewhat easy to get to. I mean, it's not easy to get to, but it's not hard to get to. And so yeah, it's not like it's hidden in the middle of the forest. It's a very accessible site. And so Elaine, that kind of energy is telling you to leave, not your place to be. If you get chicken skin, run. Yeah, well, it's funny you should say that, because once I started to do Tai Chi, some Tai Chi, then suddenly, like, everything was fine. Everything was fine. But until I started to do Tai Chi, we had a problem. Yeah, definitely, we had a problem. So, yeah, it's near the Kalalau Trail. That's exactly it. And, let's see here. Andre's saying, I remember seeing the lava going from the mountains to the sea, and I could feel Madame Pele all around me. It was intense. Yeah, I bet. Especially with lava. Faculty, or a perfect platform for a human sacrifice. Dun dun dun. I would like to think not, but I'm not gonna say it. I mean, yeah, it was. Yeah, it could have been. Could have been. But I do know that it is heiau for Laka, and I do know that Laka is basically, you know, the hula goddess, as it were. And even though Laka actually was a real person, but that just goes into Hawaii's cultural practitioners and how they evolve into the the Amakua, etc., that they become later on. But yeah, Elaine, my energy balanced after the Tai Chi. Absolutely. Without having gone into the Tai Chi forms, I probably would have left because like I said, it kind of made me nauseous. I mean, it was very clearly an energy of like, you really aren't supposed to be here. Like I said, I've never been to such a spot on the earth that emanated any kind of energy like that. And so, it was, I'm very thankful that I had the Tai Chi up my sleeve, as it were, so I could enjoy the space. Because otherwise I was on the verge of like, okay, we're here now. Now I saw it. Now we can go. In which case, but we hung out a little bit longer. I mean, we didn't hang out. It wasn't like we, had a picnic or anything. But we did spend a little bit more quality time up there. And e-music, as far as you know, it was never used for human sacrifice. I actually don't think that it'd be a very good one for human sacrifice, just because I think of, and I know that this is completely ignorant, so ignorant, but I think of like human sacrifices as being more on like, what is the word I'm looking for? Sort of a taller, a bigger altar. Altar is the word I'm looking for. Whereas this is just a platform for dancing. This is just a platform for dancing, not altering for killing. And because, I know nothing about the cultures that did human sacrifice. I don't know. Did they kill them on altars? In my brain, they did. All right. Holy crumb, you guys. It is 6:31 and it is time to wrap things up. So, to sum it all up, next week we'll be hitting each other when and if we can. What time? What space? Well, the space will be on Twitch. What time? I don't know. What will we be doing? I don't know. Are we going to watch a movie this coming week? No. That's all I know. So, there we have it. Okay, wait, hold on. Before we go, I got to write some things down because Elaine is telling me on the North Shore, Pupakea Heiau on a hill overlooking Waimea Bay is a good one to visit. North Shore over Waimea Bay. Cool. Awesome. I'm so glad we're having this. Glad we're having this conversation. And so let's see here. A Tahitian chief, Paula, introduced human sacrifice to Hawaii. That Tahitian chief introduced a lot of things to Hawaii that a lot of people really consider like as Hawaiian. And it's like, well, the culture that Hawaii had before the Tahitians came was a little different. And e-music, Paoa, not Paola, Paoa. When you wrote that, I was like, that's not the name I remember. But yes, Paoa, thank you. That is exactly it. That is it. So, all right then. It looks like it is time to wrap things up. And hopefully next week. Oh, that's right, you guys. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I'm going to mention it now in case I didn't. Pacola T and I might actually see each other next week. Pacola T is flying to Seattle. I am flying to Hawaii. And as it turns out, we're flying on the same plane. Only I'm flying there, and she's taking that plane and flying back. So hopefully we're going to see each other at the airport when I get off the plane. Awesome. That is the plan. Gate E2, Pacola T. That is it. That is where we're going to see it. And, all right. So, Elaine, you're going to look up the correct name and whisper me. Fantastic. I'm going to be leaving on Wednesday. So you guys, if you've got any little hints or tips, hit me up, whisper me on Twitch, or shoot me an email at madstatter@gmail.com. And I will see what I can do and see if I can get videos and pictures and whatever of all of the things. All right then. So, as long as it's not a Terminal E, Atlanta, all good. Nope, not in Atlanta. It's Gate E in Honolulu. So thank you guys so much for hanging out today. Thank you, Andre, for that 1,000 biddies that were just a little bit up there, but I did not say thank you when they came out. Thank you for those. Thank you for the other biddies. Thank you for the gift subs. Thank you all for hanging out, and thank you for subbing and everything. So hopefully I will see you this next week. When and where will I be? Somewhere on the islands, and that's all we know. So awesome. Let's see here. Oh, okay, Elaine, it's that Pupukea Heiau is where you heard children playing in the bushes that goes over the mountain. No, I didn't go looking for them. Ooh, that sounds kind of scary and awesome. I really want to go there now. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yes. All right, now I've got some homework. I've got to do shave ice homework, and I have to do some heiau homework. And I promise you, if the heiau is scary, I'm going to leave. There you go. I'll just leave. All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend, and hopefully I will see you sometime soon. All right, then. Hui ho!